Hey there, future international students. I've got some important updates about student visa requirements. Let's break down these changes that are coming into effect. Starting September 1st, 2025, the new proof of funds requirements for all international student visa applications takes effect. So what's changing? Well, Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, wants to ensure that students can fully support themselves while studying in Canada. They've laid out 3 main financial requirements you'll need to meet. What you need to prove. When applying for your study permit after September 1st, 2025, you must show you have enough money to cover 1. Your first year's tuition. 2. Living expenses. At least $22,095 CAD for a single student. 3. Travel costs, your ticket to and from Canada. If you're bringing dependents, like a spouse or children, you'll need to show additional funds for each family member. Let's start with tuition. You'll need to prove that you can cover your first year's tuition fees up front. This amount varies depending on your program and institution. Next up is living expenses. The government has set a minimum requirement of $22,895 CAD for a single student. This might sound like a lot, but let's break it down. This covers things like monthly rent and utilities, food and groceries, transportation, phone and internet, personal expenses, emergency funds. These amounts exclude tuition and travel costs and must be shown for yourself and any accompanying family members. Living expenses threshold, per IRCC, $22,195 CAD for one person, just the student, $28,502 CAD for 2 people, student plus 1 dependent, $35,040 CAD for 3 people, student plus 2 dependents, $40,543 CAD for 4 people, $48,252 CAD for 5 people, $54,420 CAD for 6 people, $60,589 CAD for 7 people, and for each additional family member, add $6,070 CAD. These updated figures are officially from Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, and apply to applications submitted on or after September 1st, 2025. Examples of acceptable proof of funds. You can use one or a combination of these documents. Canadian bank funds. A Canadian bank account in your name with transferred funds. A guaranteed investment certificate, GIC, from a participating Canadian financial institution. A bank draft that can be converted to Canadian dollars. 2. Documents from your home country. Bank statements from the last 4 months. Proof of a student or education loan. A letter from a sponsor or family member providing support along with their proof of income like pay slips or employment contracts. And don't forget about travel costs. You'll need to show you can afford round-trip travel between your home country and Canada. These costs can vary significantly depending on where you're coming from. For instance, a round-trip ticket from India might cost around $2,500 CAD, while from Europe it might be closer to $1,000 CAD. Here's a pro tip. Start planning your finances well in advance. Consider creating a detailed budget spreadsheet and look into various funding options like scholarships, education loans, or family support. Remember, these requirements are minimum amounts. Depending on where you plan to study, say Vancouver or Toronto, you might need more than the stated minimum to live comfortably. Cities like these tend to have higher living costs than smaller towns. Build your financial portfolio. Consider working with a financial advisor or your school's international student office to ensure you meet all requirements. And here's something important to remember. These requirements are designed to protect you and ensure you have a successful study experience in Canada. There's nothing worse than arriving in a new country and struggling financially. So, start planning today. Research your specific program costs. Look into living expenses in your chosen city and begin saving or exploring funding options. Your Canadian education journey awaits, and with proper preparation, you'll be well equipped to make the most of this amazing opportunity. Important notes. Country-specific requirements. Each visa office may ask for additional documents, so check the instructions for your region. Translations. If your documents aren't in English or French, they must be accompanied by certified translations. Dependents. If you're bringing your family, you need separate proof of funds for each dependent. Key takeaway. This is a new rule that applies only from September 1st, 2025. If you apply before that date, the older, lower requirements still apply. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates about studying, working, and living in Canada.